Americans, including Californians who are visiting other states.
Thank you, Congressman.
And
We have to
that decision would be dangerous.
Mr. Garvey, your rebuttal.
I think you've been censored for lying.
I was censured for standing up to a corrupt
this
president.
Is exactly what I'm talking about.
Mr. Garvey's turn. Let him go.
That was Adam Schiff getting nailed by Steve Garvey in a Senate debate, and oh, it gets worse, because even The View takes him to task for his lies and BS. It seems like even the left can't stand this guy now. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish. Today we're taking a few minutes to break down a hard-to-find clip of Adam Schiff getting called out for being a two-faced drama queen on The View. I mean, I didn't even think that was allowed. I assume they just had some sort of Manchurian candidate word that they shouted if one of them went off script.
I think that's what people who entrusted you as the Intel Committee chair are so confused about your culpability in all of this.
Well, I completely disagree with your premise. None of that is undercut. None of that serious misconduct is in any way diminished by the fact that people lied to Christopher Steele.
No, I think just your credibility is. Just your credibility is. Just your credibility is.
This member's lies led to the wasting of millions of taxpayer dollars for unnecessary investigations and the deflection of our attention from the most pressing issues at hand to focus on a made-up crisis.
And if you think that was bad, even Bill Maher called him out on lying. I mean, this is a guy who hates Trump and buys into all this Russian stuff. People are getting fed up with Adam Schiff and his phony BS.
Women still have to work far longer to make the same pay as men.
Well,
we don't have equal pay for equal work.
That's not really true. There are reasons why there is a disparity, but to say it like that is very misleading.
Because they are the most dishonest people on earth, other than guys like Adam Schiff and Shifty Pencil Neck. Pencil Neck. He's a marvel. No, he's a structural marvel. He has a neck, and his head is like a watermelon, and his neck.
All this guy does is lie. I mean, I don't know if you recall during that debate when he tried to suggest that his grandparents were fleeing from persecution in Germany, and Republicans like Charlie Kirk immediately pointed out that his parents were born in the U.S. in 1928 and 1933 before all of that escalated. People are getting sick and tired of this dude.
I've been traveling around the state. I have a great many Republicans who come up to me and say, I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm a Republican. I don't support what Donald Trump is doing, and I'm appalled at what's happening in the country. There are a great many Republicans who are in that category, and I do distinguish them very much from this kind of MAGA group, this kind of cult of personality of the former president. I think most Republicans want a good, decent, civil governance, just like most Democrats want good, decent, civil governance. But right now, their party leadership is in a completely different place, and their party leader is in a completely different place. And I look forward to the day, frankly, when a Liz Cheney and an Adam Kinzinger once again have a home in the Republican Party, when it returns to being a party of a conservative ideology, or really any ideology.
Kinzinger and Liz Cheney, they're basically Democrats, Adam. Who are you talking about? Republicans I know don't have serious issues with Trump's policy. They might wish he was stronger on some things, or they might have some problems with his personality, but they don't have issues with his policy. Steve Garvey knows this. Here's him slamming Schiff on Fox News again.
He was censored for lying to the American people, not for standing up. But you know what I mean? So can you take us through that moment?
Well, first of all, when these elected officials, talk down to us, and they talk to us, they're essentially misleading us. And the people understand that. We, the people, realize the difference between what's real and unreal. And whenever I'm provoked, I'll defend myself and my family and my country. And I was provoked at that moment. A little out of character for Steve Garvey, mild-mannered Steve Garvey. No, somebody that people mistake kindness for weakness sometimes. And I stood up for good values of common sense. He lied to the people. He was censored. And we, the people, 300 million people know that.
That's absolutely correct. Steve Garvey is absolutely correct here. But let me know what you think. Will Adam Schiff ever stop lying? Is it possible? Will he beat Steve Garvey? Does anyone actually like this guy? Let me know in the comments. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Boy!